But anyway, we got to get there. Raw on July the 1st, they had a red herring here in that they start out the program again with two of the regular human performers on the telecast, and then they segue into Svengoolie. So they're in Boston, Massachusetts, Beantown. And they open up with Jey Uso, who is the man of the people, entering from the breezeway into the arena where they got the lights on the phones and the waving arms. I'm thinking they're missing a merchandise opportunity, Brian. A Jey Uso wacky waving arm inflatable tube man.
I think they could sell. The question is what the price point would be, and also I guess that would have to be an online thing. You can't exactly sell them at the building. And
no, but no, that's the thing. They don't have to be inflated at the building. You can take the air out of them. You can deflate them and put them in a package and sell them at the building. They take them home, put them out in the driveway. It blows up 8 feet there, and you can see the commercial. The Jey Uso wavy wacky yeah. I'll try it again.
I can see that commercial.
You can see it. The Jey Uso wavy wacky arm inflatable tube. I fucked it up again. I said it a minute ago. Wacky waving arm inflatable tube man. Wacky waving arm inflatable tube man. See? But you can have one of them. They're 10 feet tall. They're in everybody's driveway all over the neighborhood, scaring the shit out of everybody, causing accidents, all the people running stop signs. It's Jey Uso, and he's 8 feet tall, and he's waving his arms at me. I got to hit my brakes and swerve. It could be fucking fun.
All right. Well, hopefully you don't swerve to the right. But back to
anyway. All right.
Jey
So
Uso's
I'm swerving back to this. At least it's a lot more excitement than the plumber going through the crowd. If they replaced Wild Thing with some fucking random generic elevator music, they'd just be staring at that bald-headed goof, right? So and I don't know with Jey Uso's work why he is getting this response, and he'd better take care of it. As we'll talk about in a second. But
he feeds off that energy, and then they feed off him. It kind of works amazingly.
Yeah, right, but if they're feeding off of him, the food at some point needs to be good.
I mean, there have been some bad workers that get over big time with the fans.
I know, but God damn it, it's self-inflicted wounds. He can do better. He's hot dogging so much with the fake. I'll get there in a minute. We're not having a fight yet. Because first he does the yeet, and they do the yeet, and they kept it short, and he's got it working. Instead of whatting him, they're yeeting him whenever he wants them to, and he's building his promo around it. And if you notice, because he's not good at long-winded soliloquies, so this works to his strengths also. When he just has to say 3 or 4 words and yeet, and 3 or 4 words and yeet, he gets the point across. Boom. But then here comes Gable. And he's like, yeet isn't even a word. And he's going to get the money in the bank. And he's telling Jey that he's not scared of the monsters. They should be after you, the man you left your family. And I'm thinking now, oh my God, now these two are going to be involved in this hoo-ha. And that's what happened. As soon as they get in a little scuffle, Gable and Uso, and that's where Uso came back with the 4 fakest looking punches I've ever. It's not even slapping, obviously when you hit the guy, it's not even slapping, obviously, when you hit the guy with an open hand. He's not even bothering to hit the fucking guy. He's just waving his hand in front of his fucking face. And I would fine a guy for doing something like that on television. And then the lights went out, and here came the spooky piano music. And Brian Otto, did you pay? Is this a part of the program you paid any attention to, or did you just leave this misery to me?
I saw the Jey Uso entrance. I saw Gable come out, and then once the spooky shit started, I was out. So I checked back in from time to time, but I don't have any time or patience for this nonsense. So for anyone saying, Oh, but you didn't say anything about The Undertaker all those years. Hey, Undertaker had some good matches, and in the early days of the gimmick, I really dug it. It went too far, and I thought it was silly. And the only thing sillier than all the lightning and everything was the American Badass.
Yes. And I've said that before, that I didn't endorse the lightning or, being ascending to heaven or on the big screen or.
You didn't say anything when Kane was shooting lightning. Yeah, I didn't have a podcast. If I had a podcast, I would have said, I don't like it. It sucks. It's not what I like on my wrestling. And I feel the same thing about Uncle Howdy, and I don't like it.
I just had to deliver it privately to the motherfucker that was writing it down. I wasn't broadcasting at the time either. But nevertheless, I'm going to tell you another reason why I don't like this on the wrestling program, because of what happened next. The smoke is filling up in the ring, and the crowd is chanting, holy shit, but they're bleeping shit, so it's holy, and it's distracting as fuck. I don't know why the people have to ruin the viewing experience for those of us at home to say a naughty word in the arena, but Gable goes over the rail and out into the arena, backing up, backing away, a terrified look on his face, looking left, looking right, his arms akimbo, fearfully, as he's feeling his way through the goddamn arena filled with people. There are literally thousands of human beings all around him.
Having a great time. No one's scared.
Nobody's scared. He's not in a cemetery at midnight all alone. And the spotlight is following him. There's a spotlight following him the whole way while the spooky piano. Do you have a piano that can go ding, 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 ding?
Yeah, I gotta get one tuned on. Hold on.
Because we need the ding, ding. And while Brian is attempting to set up a ding, ding, I will say that as Gable is backing, he's going past a bunch of ladders set up, and he sees a silhouette in the light. Are you dinging yet, Brian?
Still looking.
Still looking for the ding. And he sees a silhouette in a light, and then he just keeps backing slowly, cautiously through the hallways of the arena that is obviously an arena filled with smoke from a smoke machine, with a spotlight on him and ominous music playing while thousands of people are sitting there doing goddamn nothing. Brian, do we have a ding yet?
I'm still looking.
That's not really what it's ding, 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 ding. Nah.
I'm still looking. The other thing on the other side of the room has a piano. This is actually...
No, that's okay. Just stay there. I'll call you here in a second.
All right.
So he's acting like he's lost in the woods when he's back in the breezeway area, or not even just the backstage area, that he sees another silhouette and then another one. And then he turns around and runs up the stairs of the arena through the people to the cheap seats. And he's gone out the fucking exit somewhere. And I've seen Barney Fife exercise more courage going through a fucking graveyard than this guy, just because the arena lights went off. There you go. No, just the tone. That's all it is.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm telling the people factually on this program, that's all it is. Dun, dun. And then, while that's going on, the girl gives Michael Cole another box. And again, there's Michael Cole and what's his broadcast partner's name?
Corey Graves.
Corey Graves. And they're sitting there at the table, but the security guys, the polo-shirted security guys that they have with them, again, are just laid over. They're still on their feet, but they bent over the side of the desk and they're laying face down on just their upper bodies on each side of the desk. And we've never heard any kind of a scuffle or any kind of goddamn. How do they just fall over? How do they do that in front of all the fans? People are sitting there and all of a sudden these guys just face plant like two drunks at goddamn 2:00 in the morning on each end of the bar. How the fuck does that work in front of people?
See, the smart thing is you've trained people now to turn their phones around and put on the flashlight so they're not actually using the phone to take a picture of the nonsense happening with the lights out.
Somebody go to one of these programs in the arena and tell us how the security guys do they just fall over like it's Agent Orange or something? Or do they bend over like they're looking for something and just kind of go to sleep with nobody noticing?
You know what I'd love to see in the middle of all this while the howdy people are in the smoke and crawling around or walking slowly? Some process server just comes and hands him papers. Kill the gimmick dead right there on the spot.
Hey, remember Billy Travis got arrested on Memphis TV Live that time?
Live on TV, and then they filmed it. They showed it on the show in the back. And well, Billy Joe Travis is being taken away now, folks.
Well, and actually, Lawler made a deal with him because they came to get him, and he said, "Look," he said, "please just let him do something on the show." And then, you can take him right then. So they let him appear somehow at the top of the program, and then they came and got him and took him away on television. Anyway, so it's another VHS tape that they're going to play later on. And this was 12 minutes in, and I wrote, I don't want to watch the rest. Because that's why. This is stupid. It doesn't belong in this world. So, and people are saying, well, they're just really demented in their minds. I forget how they're phrasing it. They're whatever. Then how are they poisoning the security? And why is anybody else taking that job after they've done it twice or three times now? Or do they wake up feeling refreshed? They're hypnotized. And you'll wake up feeling more refreshed than you ever have.
It's the worst job in wrestling, security guard at a WWE show. Either that or you're getting a crossroads or you're getting beat up or thrown to the floor.
So anyway, that was... And Kerry and Kross then wrestled Xavier Woods. I'll save you the description of it.
I miss the good old days when Kerry and Kross was the spooky guy on the show.
Remember that?
Now they gave that to everyone else. Now he's just a guy with long hair.
Yeah, and he's a guy with long hair and that had tremendous potential until for some reason or another he became the most boring motherfucker in the world.
I did see some of that. I did come back because it was on mute. Because I remember Paul Ellering being like on the apron saying something. Oh my God, he's actually talking. Let me hear what he said. And then he didn't say anything. So I went back to mute.
No, he was up on the apron yelling, but there was no microphone to... He may have just been mouthing the words. I don't know. Well, save your voice, Paul. As we get older, fuck, you and I both, we've yelled a lot. Save your voice.